All righty then. Just keep that music going for a little bit, Ty. We got producer Ty in the background. What's up, everybody? We're gonna do the after show. We just had an amazing show with my special co-host Aaron Leslie from Texas, Oil Dust, and we're gonna do an after show. We're gonna see who wants to just hang out. Beefy, hashtag beefy. We're just gonna see who wants to hang out and join us. I see Jared McCrory's in the house. We got
what's up, Jared?
Barbecue, Mike DLG. So
Barefoot Cookers,
Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. This guy has 100,000. Maybe he's up to 200,000. I don't know. I haven't checked in lately. The Barbecue Shanty is in the house. Chris Main,
my buddy Chris, right there.
So we're not
Cheers,
doing this.
Chris.
We're not doing this to Facebook tonight, guys. Mike DLG, you might be a Facebook guy, but I don't know Mike DLG. So put your name in there.
Mike, good to meet you, man.
What's up, everybody? My name is Rob Rocha. I'm the show host of the So Smoking Gooder show. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are broadcasting on this after show to YouTube and Twitch. That's the only way you can find this show.
I felt this pain on my side, but it's my third pin.
What happened?
It's my pulse.
What's the pain?
Man, I just because my third pin's that little pocket in your britches.
Hey Ty, you can fade us out, my man. What's up there? Look at this. Producer Ty is on it.
I mean, everybody knows you got that little pocket right there on your right pocket. It's that little watch pocket, as some mention holds like a pocket knife, whatever.
Yeah.
So all day I'm sitting in this chair and I'm like, God dang, I got this little it's like a little poke in my right side, And then I'm thinking, damn it, it's my third pin. My third
T
pin.
Squared, what's up, Bubba?
So
look at Chuck and Vanessa. Chuck and Vanessa, don't put your full name on YouTube. Come on.
Oh, come on. They know it's Rockin' A Barbecue Supply.
Rockin' A on there. Come on. Jared McCrory, listen to you. You take my advice, Jared. Don't put your full name on YouTube.
Barefoot Cookers, man. Barefoot Cookers.
You got some questionable people like Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue out there. I'm just kidding. This guy is he's fast becoming a YouTube legend. Joe, if you want to come on and introduce yourself to this after show, I would love to send you an invite. If you're down, I'll put that up there. And if anybody's down, why not? This is an after show. This is not this is not what we do on the So Smoking Gooder show. This is just us having a good old time.
Family shindig.
Where's Bill? Bill, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I didn't invite to Bill. Bill said he's up.
Well, Bill's up. He's waiting.
I thought everybody needed to be marked safe from seeing Bill Purvis on their internet screen tonight.
But we are on the after show. That's a whole different ball game.
That's right. I love me some Bill Purvis. Let me send him an invite. Hey, Aaron. Aaron. His phone, when AJ Garza calls me, it says Aaron Garza. So I get confused. So AJ, if you want to come on, Bill's not active right now, but I'll send him an invite. I don't know if he's gonna.
He just went to make a sandwich. That's all he did.
Hey, Chris Main. Chris Main, would you like to come on the show, the after show? There's no one watching. There's 16 people watching this thing. It's all good. I'm just enjoying the show. Ran out of whiskey. Had to switch to beer. All right, Jared. What's up, man? This was a great show, man. I really think, Aaron, I think you were an amazing co-host tonight. You really, I liked when Charles was slow. You were like, come on, Charles.
Man,
speak up,
we got
bro.
time
Come
for
on.
that shit. Man, we got time for that shit.
We ain't got that time.
I tell you what, me talking is like KCBS, and Charles talking is like Lone Star IBCA. It's like 2.5 hour turn-ins, and you just gotta go. No, I'm just kidding, Charles. He's good people, and I we were having a conversation before all this started, and we'll get back to that here in a second. But you want to you don't want to lose your audience, and you can drag things out. At the same time, you can speed things up. So who all is going to be coming on with us?
I don't know. I invited Bill at this moment. If anybody wants to come on, T Squared's in the house. Chuck and Vanessa, if y'all want to come on. whoever wants to come on, Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. I'll send you a link.
Hey, can
Anybody
you hear me
wants to
eat
come
my
on?
chips?
There's
Can you hear me
Joey.
eat my chips?
Look, Joey just figured out this YouTube thing. Joey, you want to come on? I will send you a link. In fact, I will send Joey a link right now because I think the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation Veteran Spotlight thing, I think that went very well tonight. So, Joey, check your messenger, and I will send you an invite to join the after show because we're just here drinking. No one's watching this thing. You know what happened? There he is. Texas Chrome just figured this out. I like it. I like it. Jared took my advice. It's now not Jared McCrory. It's Barefoot Cookers.
There you go.
Work might not be fun tomorrow. Yeah.
No matter what you do, it should always be your barbecue handle because that's who you are in the barbecue world.
Yep. 100%. Vanessa from
except for Rob Arocha in the Bullhorn Barbecue, he's not the So Smoking Gooder barbecue team. He's
Train wrecking 10, 9, 8. No, sir. No, sir. Guys that watched the show earlier today, what did y'all think? I mean, you know, you can hurt my feelings, but I don't think you will. I think that was a really good, informative show. I thought Charles was great after you made him when Aaron gave him the little prod. Hey, let's go. I think he was great.
He's a quick learner, isn't he? He's a quick learner.
Smoking Joe says we competed at KCBS comp.
You know, if it'd been Kit Polk, it'd be like, well, I tell you, we were sitting there surfing the great wave of 1967 over off the east coast of Florida. And,
when you know that's Kit, you expect it. But Charles doesn't. We don't know that about Charles yet, and so it's different, right? So you never know. Aaron stole the show.
Fucking shit, right? I understand. I'm tell you.
Drinking the brown whiskey. I mean, you were
it's brown water.
Brown
fucker.
water. You're drinking
right.
brown water, bro. You were spitting the F-bombs at the get-go, and I loved it. I was here for that.
I'll tell you what. You want to get people coming on in and do a little cussing. Those slaughtering. Start talking about yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am. They're like boom, they're out. You go from 79,000 people to 15,000 real quick.
I do want to give a shout out to the Gooder Gang guys. I love you guys. Y'all support this thing so much. Y'all are always in on Wednesdays, and I thank you guys so much. It means so much to me. I look at other shows and they're averaging, 30 people watching, and then when I look up and I see, almost 91 people, almost 100, it's awesome. And that just tells me you guys are enjoying it. It tells me you guys are liking what we're doing. And, we want to, talk barbecue and also educate, right? We want to we want you to get something out of this show. And I think tonight's show was indicative of the where I want to take this thing, right? With these special co-hosts, with these people. Cussing it's just excited adjectives, So I want to take this show.
It's verbs, a lot of verbs,
to an educational thing. I don't want y'all just to hang out and listen to us talk smack. I want to help you guys learn, right? Or learn something from this thing. And we got Joey Smith in the green room. We'll bring him on in just a second once he gets his camera settled up. But this was fun, and I think this was great. And that's the goal of this show, to entertain and educate. And I think we did that tonight. There he is, right there, Joey Smith, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation.
Captain
What's up,
Joey
Joey?
Smith. I need you to change that name, Joe. You're going to have to get with the program, Rob. It's Captain Joey Smith.
Yeah. Oh, and I got my earbuds. Ain't working.
What'd you think, bro? You were watching almost the whole time.
Oh, I thought it was awesome. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
We can.
It was out of bounds, man. I think we need more of that stuff just because it's just raw. It's from the heart. And, man, it went from teaching to freaking life, and that's what it's about.
Crying.
So, Joey, you are not the only one to cry on the So Smoking Gooder show now.
Nope, I'm not the only one. I just got my match.
You had
I tell you, it doesn't take much to be emotional, but one word can change your whole atmosphere.
Yes.
Aaron, that whole, I didn't know that was going to happen because I've heard the story and I did not know you were going to go there so emotionally. But man, after knowing what I know now, I what a great moment for you, man. And to share to share that with the Gooder gang. And
I'll tell you this, my dad hung on for 3 more weeks after the rodeo, and it's like, and to know that he
I'll
got
bring
to,
y'all
I
on in just a second. Chuck and Vanessa are in there, but I'll bring y'all in just a second.
It's crazy for him to hang on that long in the shape that he was in. He would wake up and just like, it was like I was talking to a guy 30 years ago, But for my dad to wake up, he has Alzheimer's and dementia. So anybody doesn't know my story, my dad and I didn't get along very well, and we in a younger day. At the same time, when we talked to each other, it was like I was 12 years old and he was in his prime, So that for my dad to be Alzheimer's and dementia, pissed off 1 minute, happy the next, it's kind of hard, to go that route. So when you're doing those things and you're taking care of him and you're trying to make sure that you're living your life and your dream and you're working at the same time you have someone taken care of, for him to tell me that he was proud of me was a huge thing for me. So there's a lot of emotions that go on with that. I did lose my dad the day after the Cody cook-off at Lone Star, and but he hung on till I was gone so that I wasn't around to see that. So that, when you have that kind of atmosphere and that kind of emotions kind of going on, he was there with me, and that's okay. I carry him in the truck. As a matter of fact, his ashes are in my truck, and he rides with me just like he did shotgun. So before I had to put him in a home, he and I are together.
Amazing, man. It was, powerful hearing you tell that story. It was exciting. We all, listening to the beginning. Daddy Dutch, real quick. Aaron, I feel your pain. My dad is still my hero 17 years after his passing. But to hear the joy, right? You talking about leading up to that and like, fuck this contest. I'm never coming back here again.
But I signed back up this year.
And to hear those numbers, right? We all, whenever, CBA, we kind of know our walk-up songs, but we all remember, and a lot of teams still cook that way. Chuck and Vanessa probably do as well. Right now, when you see that number, you have your numbers in your mind, right? And when chicken comes around, that chicken ticket, right? So you see the chicken ticket, and you say, all right, 647-327, right? You say that number in your head, and then when you hear it, okay, cool, it's great. But when you hear it in that venue for first place, it's different, right?
It's different. It's the last number, man. You're sitting there, and you've memorized your number.
Yeah.
So when chicken came on, I've looked at that fucking ticket 9 times, right? So they hit 10th place chicken. You've looked at your chicken ticket 9 times, and it wasn't a go. And then all of a sudden, you get your rib ticket, and you look at they call 10th place rib, and you look at your rib ticket 9 more times. And then you get brisket ticket, you look at your brisket ticket 9 more times. So at the end of the day, when they call first place, that fucking ticket by heart. That number is yours. That's your number. And when you hear that and you're there, it's like, boom, it's my number. Fuck you, motherfucker. It's my number.
But I traded numbers with you beforehand, remember?
Sir?
I traded numbers with you beforehand, remember? We had a bet.
And I don't mind doing that sometimes, it's sometimes I have confidence that my shit's just as good as yours.
Well, you're prettier than I am, so you look better on the stage.
Well, I'm taller, Chuck. You're a little more. You're a little more. You're a little more on the Fifth Avenue side of me. So it's
bullshit! All three of you guys on my screen are way fucking taller than I am. I'm fine.
Well, I know.
But I will.
We got longer shorts. I know that.
That's right. That's right. Our shorts. Omar, the tent factory, has us on speed dial.
And I'll tell you this: we couldn't pull off short shorts. Neither one of the three of us could pull off a short short.
No. If we
It
did,
takes a special person to be able to pull off a short.
and they would be in our crotch like we'd be pulling them out of our ass crack all the time. Like, damn,
Texas
man,
old
you motherfucker.
mosquito.
So, Bill, you watched. I saw you online pretty much the entire show. What did you? You watch a lot of these shows. You're on a lot of these shows. What'd you think?
The whole show.
Uh-oh. As soon as you went in the building, your internet.
He went
I got the whole
sideways.
show.
So I can see
Man,
Bill
I was
having
going
a
into
new
my shop,
Wi-Fi
I guess it
system
won't
in the
work.
shop.
Well, there he is. As soon as you went in that building, gone.
Leave the door open, Bill. Leave the door open.
You think so, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just leave it
you think
open.
that'll work?
Yeah,
I thought
leave
I
it
was
open.
the telecom engineer.
I want a tour here in a minute.
Bill's got something. He's got a hell of a man cave happening right now.
Yeah.
Rob, I gotta send Bill the pic of you at HSR. Hey, send it to me at Daddy Dutch. Kent, send it to me on Messenger and I'll post it.
Shorty shorts.
I don't know if I can turn my camera around. You know.
Can you turn it sideways? Can you turn it sideways? There you go.
There you go.
And just turn it around, Bill. Fuck it.
There's some Royal Oak over there.
Boy, it's
well.
taking shape, my man. It looks
Hey,
good.
have you used it?
Oh,
What'd you-
wait. Joey's here. Joey's here.
Obviously, Bill, you've ran the extra large briquettes. What'd you think?
Man, they're badass, dude. They ain't no bullshit.
Are they?
So,
Oh,
yeah,
Powell.
man.
I mean, Stephen Powell gave me like 3 bags this weekend.
there it is.
Can you give us a tour, Bill?
Man, if it'll let me.
Yeah, I can see it. We can see
But
it,
I
Bill.
don't know how
You're good.
I don't know how to switch my camera to where I can.
Hey,
do
Bill,
Yeah.
if you'll just quit looking at the screen and turn the screen around, we'll be good.
Greg
Okay.
Minogue's in the house. What's up, Greg?
All right.
There you go. There you go, baby. Man,
I
I
don't
love the patina on the 10, man. You got it.
Yeah. So I'm putting this guy in.
Little Home Depot action. I like it.
Yeah, and then I got more shit over here, more shit over there, and then all kind of shit over there. But
Hey, are you gonna build an island in your kitchen?
yeah, I mean that little table right there, I'm gonna move it over here as the island.
Okay. I didn't know if you're gonna do toolboxes where you have all the drawers, or if you're gonna do like a table.
Bill, it's
And
not
there's-
big enough.
Yeah, there's the Royal Oak, and then there's cases of rib grind.
You know what's
Joey
funny,
said-
Joey, is it was big enough when they built it. It was not big enough when he put the shit in there.
Right.
It
about
doesn't
right.
take long.
More room for trophies.
Oh. There
So,
we go.
Bill, let me take him off solo. There we go. We're all there. Here we go.
Yeah.
Coming in hot for that ass this weekend, Bill. Oh shit. Greg, he's coming in hot
Oh,
for that
shit,
ass
he's
this
coming
weekend.
He's coming after me. Shit. God damn.
So,
Man, I
so
thought he was
Bill,
gonna give me a break.
so Bill, we talked about having a target on your back. All of us here has pretty much had a target on their back at one point. How's it feel right now? You're the man to beat right now, Bill Purvis.
I don't feel
Bill's
like
a
there's
guy.
a target on my back, but I will tell you, right after Barbecue USA filmed, I went to a contest. It was a CBA. It was kind of in Central Texas, maybe by Gatesville or so. And it wasn't a very big contest. But, man, I must have had 4 people come up to my rig and want to introduce themselves to me because they saw me on Barbecue USA. And 2 of them actually said, man, I just want to beat you in at least one category, And I didn't know a lot of those cooks, I mean, Jason was there and Kevin was there, but outside of that, I didn't know a lot of those cooks. And
Holy
Man,
shit!
they told me they were coming for me, and man, I felt like I had a target on my back,
Hey, Bell, clean your screen, please. It's blurry.
Well, or move it out of the light.
Remove it out of the light. There you go.
I don't know what you people want from me.
But
I'm
it
trying
was
to do
more
things.
it was more because of the Barbecue USA than necessarily how I'm cooking. You know what I mean? These people saw me on TV and they were wanting to they even said, man, we want to beat you, So and I
Hey.
told them I hope they do, So
Rob,
I
I
hope
can
they
tell
get a
you
good
that I went to the Moose Knuckles Barbecue Cook-Off. It's in Post, Texas. There's only 2 bars in Post in Dry County.
Hey, Kent, I did get your photo. I did get your photo, Kent. Go ahead. Go ahead, Aaron.
So across the tracks in Post, Texas, there's a set of railroad tracks that divides the main downtown. So on the other side of the tracks, the east side of the tracks is wet, but on the west side is Dry County. So I pulled in the Moose Knuckles in 2019, and I got some of the shittiest looks ever. I mean, like, I walked in, my dad goes, "Damn, son, did you piss those guys off?" He has no idea who they are. I was like, "No, Dad, I don't think so." So I got out of the truck, and a guy come over that knew me. He goes, "Aaron, you got one of the biggest targets on your back. Did you know that?" I was like, "Man, I just came here to cook, dude. I wanted a cheeseburger tonight, some fries, and I just wanted to cook some barbecue tomorrow." He goes, "You have one of the biggest targets. Everybody here just wants to beat you." I'm like, "Okay, well, get in line, I guess. I don't know what to tell you." So, I mean, that was in 19 when I was in the points chase, and it's kind of like with IBC, I was like, shit, what am I supposed to do? What do I say to that? I started overall. I didn't win it, but I mean, I tried hard.
Hey, so this is an after party. No one's really watching. I mean, we got 21 people watching, but and 6 of us are on screen. So if you have questions, we might be inclined to divulge a little bit. So if you have some questions on there, hey guys, what did y'all think about that question that I asked about the mental aspect of things? Bill, I want to ask you specifically. You got to be mentally confident right now. But we've all been in contests where we don't get a walk. Where's your mental aspect right now as far as going into a contest right now? You're going to Alvin's 100 team contest. What do you think?
Well, and I don't want to say it, and I won't say it. I wouldn't say it to a lot of people. But I guess it's a small group here. But I told Phil before I went to. Me and Phil were talking, and I'm like, "Man, I don't know what it is, Phil, but I'm going to Louisiana. I don't feel like I can lose."
And that's a great feeling, man.
I just feel like right now, every meat I have, especially, well, not every meat, but brisket and ribs have been doing. Man, if you look at all my results, it's all been brisket and ribs. San Antonio Rodeo was brisket and ribs. Austin Rodeo was brisket and ribs.
Hell yeah.
I went to Stockdale, it was brisket and ribs. And then this weekend in Louisiana, it was brisket and ribs. So.
But your chicken is beautiful right now. You post pictures that you're doing the thighs for CBA.
And they're not getting killed. They're
right.
doing well. Like Austin Rodeo, I think they were 29th or something. So they didn't get killed.
Right.
But man, they're not a top 5 like San Antonio. It was the same 2 fifth rib and 3rd brisket. Austin Rodeo was 5th rib and 2nd brisket, and this weekend was 1st rib, 1st brisket. Stockdale was 1st rib, 2nd brisket, or no, 2nd rib, 1st brisket. So I don't know. It just feels like those 2 are really working real well. So
well, it's like our 2019 run, man. You can't do nothing wrong. I mean, you went from a multiple round cook-off from San Antonio back to single round cook-offs, and you didn't miss a lick. So that's something to say.
No, James is right. James made a comment here, and when Bill woke up that morning, he pissed a trophy in the toilet.
Well, I'll tell you what, I did take a shit this morning and a horseshoe came out. So I don't know.
And a horseshoe came out.
Oh, you're fucked. You're fucked, Bill.
I could be fucked this weekend because there was a horseshoe at the bottom.
Bill got up and he took a shit. I mean, he pissed in the toilet and it is spelled GC. I don't know what to tell you, man. It was in the toilet. I mean, it was there. Written on the fucking side.
This is why I like being a part of this show. Right.
This is the after show, people. We can cuss on this thing. If you have anything to say, do it. Hey, James Dotson, check your messenger, my man.
It'll take us an hour and a
half. Oh, I mean, you get James on here. James sent me a wow after my comment on he fucked off and let Erica turn in a late brisket. So I had to reply back to him on Facebook, but I want him on it because I tell you, the only reason why somebody misses turn in is 2 reasons. 1, you're behind, or 2, you're taking too many fucking pictures.
Or 3, you're fucking with your socks.
Hey, let's some people that are new to the show. Everybody on here has been on the show before. Bell.
Apparently,
Joey,
James D has
Bill,
been on here a lot because
Aaron. But we got Chuck here. Chuck, unmute yourself, Chuck.
I'm unmuted.
Oh, you're unmuted right now.
I have a special guest.
I have a special guest to bring on before she goes to bed. I got the 2023 Houston Junior Reserve World Champion, the state queen herself, Carly Alexander.
yeah.
Oh, my girl.
What's
Hey.
up, Carly?
There
How
Hey,
are
they're
you?
beautiful.
Girl.
Hey, beautiful.
Anybody, we're all here cooks here. Anybody have questions from for Carly right now? She's second overall.
I mean, that's one of the most beautiful cooks in the sport of barbecue, right there.
There you go, right there.
Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate that, buddy.
Chuck, I don't know how she got that beautiful from you. I don't understand, man. I'm worried about the mailman. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I thought the
Man,
same thing.
I think Chuck needs to keep that safe unlocked and have that shotgun ready.
Yeah, you need to spin the tumbler, man, and just let's leave it open.
Hey, Carly, did you see that you opened the show tonight?
I did?
You did, and it was this right here. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here we go.
Hi guys, I'm Carly Alexinas with Give 'em Hell Barbecue, and you're watching the Stay Smoking Gooder Show.
Bam. Hey, for those that don't know, that was one take, by the way. She's a professional. She's a natural. She knows what she's doing.
Robert Smith is still jealous of that one take, I think.
Yeah. There's Drop Time Smoke. Way to go, girl. Congratulations. So Carly, what are your aspirations in barbecue? What do you think is going to happen? Where do you see yourself? What are you, 13, 14 right now? Where do you see yourself in 4 years? Let's keep it close.
4 years. I'm hoping that I keep eating this one.
Oh. To beat your dad. All right, cool.
She's had good teachers like Joey and Aaron, and she hasn't maybe up to Bill's level yet, but she does have I think 7-time world champion Mark Lambert helping her out as well.
So I'm just curious, is when are you buying her own barbecue truck? I mean, because she's gonna be driving pretty quick, right? I mean,
Well, that's
she's gonna be hauling her own thing. So
yeah, no kidding, right? And if she goes north, then I'm going south. I'm not going to even compete against her. Like that.
Just get out of her way. You might want to follow her.
I might need to start. I might need to catch a ride with you, Aaron.
Hey, I'll you can ride shotgun.
So Carly, it's almost 11 o'clock. When is your bedtime?
I don't have one. Whenever I'm tired,
Are you homeschooled or you actually go to school?
I go to school.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you should be in bed, young lady.
If we start cooking many more contests, I think we're going to have to go to homeschool because the ISD kind of frowns upon as many days as we miss.
Now wait a second, Rob. Now hold on a minute, because when we were kids, most of us here are over the age of 40, except for Carly. So when we were kids, Mom and Dad said, "Hey, you got to go to bed." We laid there. We might have snuck the phone in the bedroom with that 90-foot cord from the kitchen, and you might have done whatever, but you didn't go to bed. You sat there and played around, listened to music. Bon Jovi, was playing on the old jukebox on your ear. So I'm just saying is no kid goes to bed before 10 on an average night unless they're just super tired. Most kids go to bed around 12, 12:30. So she's a prime example.
I try to get my kids in bed by 9:30.
Man, you're an asshole, dude.
Am I an asshole? Carly, am I an
dude,
asshole?
that's wrong, man. Even Joey's laughing.
That's terrible.
I mean, even Joey knows that's not right.
Damn, boy.
Damn, man.
Carly,
9:30? Are you serious? And why? You got something big you doing or what?
No, they have they're homeschooled and they have been abusing
Homeschooled and you're still going to bed at 9:30 at
the
night?
leniency, so they now have to catch up. They need to do double time the work
They
now
don't
to
even
catch
they
up.
don't even have to turn the computer on until at least 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Why are you doing that, man? That's
Oh
wrong.
my God! I am
That's wrong.
doing my job as a dad right now. They're fine. They're fine. They're
Man,
good.
be their
Good.
friend, not their parent.
They're
Yeah.
in bed. No, I don't want to be their friend.
Do you know that my dad used to? I mean, here's what my dad did. He was by the Bible and the belt. And my dad would let me go to bed at 9 p.m. and he would wake me up about 6:30, 7 in the morning. and he would make me go to bed. And the things that I did out of spite of my dad to say, you know what, I'm going to sneak out or I'm going to stay up late or do whatever, it's only because he made me rules. Man, Rob, come on, man, be a friend.
Dude, I did
good,
all
man.
this shit
10,
too.
10:30?
I'm smarter. That's all I'm saying.
Man, Rob.
I'm good.
Hey, Bill, are you packing up our order right now that we put in today?
I am packing up one of yours. Yeah. It's on the list. Man, I've got about 6 of them to do tonight, so I want to take them and drop them off in the morning. So
there you go. So we should have it the day after.
That way,
Bill, how was your
I'm headed to
Chinese?
Alvin tomorrow, and I won't be back. So, man, the Chinese was great. We loved it, Bill. It was excellent. You know, I thought it was really, and there was nobody there.
There's nobody
it was
ever
great.
there.
So.
Yeah, he called earlier. He was like, "Where do I eat good Chinese?"
Man, and the food was really good. Yeah, the food was
Are you
really
eating,
good.
or what are you
Man,
doing? Are you getting the sushi at? Are you eating the sushi at HEB or what?
Yeah.
No,
You
it was just a
already
little
went to
dive
HEB.
Chinese spot, and I knew Tom would know where to go. So I called Tom. I said, "Man, who's got the best Chinese in Tomball?" And Tom said, "Oh, Bill, where do we go?" And they gave me the one, and I went right there. It was great.
Chris Main, the barbecue shanty, says, Bill, I'll take 2, brother.
That's crazy.
Where is Tom at, Bill? The city that's named after
He
him.
went in because he wanted to join the show, and I said, "Well, hold on, I got to put it and all this stuff." And then I was like, "I still have to load coolers, and so you're just gonna have to wait." Well, he got impatient, and
So he went to bed.
yeah, instead of just being like, "Oh, well, let me help you load coolers," or "Let me help you," no,
He gone.
he gone.
He's
So
like,
then I
oh,
didn't jump
work?
on because I was like, nobody wants to hear me dig ice out of the ice machine, so I'll just wait.
Well, all
I
he
got-
does for you now is pull the cook trailer around for you. So
I got one more question for
Yeah.
Carly because
I'm
she's
not
going
saying that, but
because she's going to bed soon. Carly, are you going to focus on SCA or are you going to focus on barbecue when you? What's the plan? What is going to be your empire takeover?
Mostly barbecue.
Okay.
Oh, steak.
Are you interested in the SCA at all? Or
Yeah, I still kind of am.
We're-
They're just so far away.
Yeah, we're out there kind of in no man's land. So unless we go way south of the valley or way north past Dallas, there's not a whole lot. So
you're
she
in
does a lot of
Hutto,
my
right?
business
That's
tours.
Austin, right? You're in Hutto.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right.
So
Well, I mean, you got to remember, steak is one meat. There's only so much you can do with one piece.
I mean that's one ticket. You know, you're putting all your eggs in one basket, maybe 2 if it's a double. But the good thing is, you know, we've been cooking a lot of outlaw just because when she turned 14 and they dropped the age down. So I've been hauling her around to a bunch of the outlaws, and her second one that she cooked in Hillsboro, she actually GC'd it. That was pretty. That was a cool dad moment.
All right, look at this comment right here. Barbecue Queen coming soon. Right
absolutely
there. Right there. There's the
Wait.
barbecue
get
shanty.
it, girl.
It was really cool to be there and compete against her when there was a lot of grown men that are like, "Oh, her daddy cooked her stuff." Well, I got 8, so I'm thinking maybe she cooked my stuff, you know, or something like that. But it was cool to see her beat the likes of Johnny Trigg and even Michelle Wade from way back in the day. You know, Michelle and Ronnie
Oh,
Wade
she's
were
solid.
relevant.
She's solid.
You know, when you can GC over Michelle Wade on any given day, you stapled yourself. So I was
So
proud of it.
Carly, who are some of the cooks that you look up to right now?
Bell for the females, and then for like the guys,
Aw,
there's so many. 'Cause, like I like all y'all.
What,
It's like,
what about that one bald-headed guy right there?
oh.
Hey, wait, hold on a minute. Let me take our cap off. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on. Which
There's
bald-headed
three.
guy are you talking about? Huh? I mean, just curious. Which bald-headed guy are you talking about? Hold on now. Hold on.
well, you got to do some more cooks together. That was a blast.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think one of her highlights, she was so nervous. Joey asked her last year at Austin to come cook with her. Well, she didn't know what to expect from that. She thought, okay, well, I'm just going to go cook the junior pork chop. No. Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, I wheeled her and her machines over there, and she was on the back of that chrome trailer just slinging ribs all day long. Joey threw her knife in her hand and said, "Get it."
Yep.
You know, I mean, she's been getting it ever since.
Get it.
So,
Carly,
That's
we're
the only
so
way
proud of
you're
you.
gonna
But
learn. Yeah,
So
proud of her.
people on screen and people in the chat that are watching right now, I've actually asked Carly to co-host a little segment where she interviews, like Reed or somebody like that has done well
she
in
did. She did
yeah.
awesome.
She did it. She did it at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. But I think we bring her back for an actual show where there's 80 people watching at that point.
Absolutely.
Carly, you down for that? And who, it may not be Reed, but who would you like to two of the kids that would you like to interview?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
All right, well, think about that and let your
I was
dad
gonna say,
and mom
Rob,
know.
don't put her on the spot.
I know. I said give her some time. Think about it. Get your mom and dad involved and think about who you would like to do that with.
I like Reed. He's so nonchalant. He's like, I did okay. I granded at the Royal. No big deal. Like, just another day at the office.
Chuck, this is not your decision, my man.
Look at old Chris there trying to get a bone on there like that. Chris, we see you, man. We see your comments, brother.
What did Chris say?
Oh, he's like, can a brother get a bone, man? Get a comment or two posted,
my producer Ty has been doing a great job back there.
Ty went to the bathroom.
He said, my bad, I'll do
better.
better. Oh, Ty, you're doing awesome. You're fine.
What do y'all think about the producer Ty? I think it's great.
Man, I think Ty's
I'm
doing an
gonna get a
outstanding
shirt.
job.
Producer Ty.
Outstanding.
Producer Ty, for sure. Well, Chuck and Vanessa, talk about Rockin' A. We don't know a whole bunch about Rockin' A. Why don't y'all give you got an opportunity. There's people watching right now, and people are going to watch. It's going to go out there forever in the interworld.
So my wife and I, Chuck and Vanessa Alexinas, we own Rockin' A Grilling Supplies.
Okay, hold on. I want you to say your last name one more time for the guy on the far left.
Alexinas.
What?
Say it.
Alexinas. Yes.
Not Alexinas.
Not Alexinas. I've been called worse.
Alexinas. Hi, Vanessa.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate
Vanessa.
it. My man over there has a hard time with names. I just wanted you to say that so he knew exactly what you were saying.
None of y'all have a hard time misspelling it when y'all send me invoices, though.
No, mine just says Rockin' A Barbecue. I'm good.
There you go. At yahoo.com. We're good. No, so we've got a little place here at our house that we've got a 14 by 40 foot building. We've got over 700 different rubs, sauces, seasonings. We're dealers for PK, Green Mountain Grills, short rib drum smokers, and we carry a lot of the competition stuff that everybody's using. Everybody on the screen, we've got all their stuff. So we're proud of what we've done. We've been in business about, I think it'll be 3 years in September. So
they just brought on one of my rusty drums, man.
Yeah.
What, Chuck? What do you guys think of M grills? I just got a new used M grill. Do y'all know much about them or no?
My dad used to work with Travis's dad back in the day, and about the time we were going to start getting into that aspect was
I'm out.
Oh, we're out.
I gotta go to the show.
She said I'm out.
We got one
It's
left.
all good.
Everybody's listening.
It's all good. It's all good.
You already boxed it up. I saw it. But yeah, that's what we do, man. We cook I think we cooked 35 cook-offs last year. We're out and about and some of the general area. I'm cooking with Robert Smith this weekend. We'll be at Circle of the Americas. Vanessa laughs at me. So last time at the Cody cook-off, Josh Hale calls me after he GCs it. He's more proud of me than I am of him at the time, and I thought it was funny. He goes, "Hey, man, I'm bringing you a trophy." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You're the Lone Star 10th place cooker of the year in beans." And I'm like, "I didn't even know I cooked beans but twice last year, but okay. Here we are. I'll take the flask." Not a big one, so it's like it might be a half a drink to Aaron.
Well, awesome, guys.
Yeah, but
Well,
after 5, I don't remember, man. It's all good.
well, thanks for being here and watching the show. It's a big deal when people watch this show, man. I really appreciate it. We had almost not almost we had over 90 people watching the show tonight, and it's just growing, and I appreciate that. And people like Aaron Leslie that supports the show, Bill Purvis, Bell Clark, and of course Chuck and Vanessa. But I wanted to say, hey, shout out to this man right here, Joey Smith with Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, the newest sponsor of the So Smoking Gooder show. What'd you think of how did the first, Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation Veteran Spotlight go? What do you think when you saw that?
I think it's going to be great because I think what we're going to do, especially with the new, these guys, I want to get to some of the backyard guys listed as well because, it was awesome that we've got the handful that we got. I'll get emotional about it because, to watch them grow from us and then they start taking it, everybody, they went from full knowledge to going to Aaron's classes, man, taking on Bill's stuff now online. It's been crazy for these guys because we got to give them that network. And I can't wait to burst some more veterans and first responders going forward to be like the Joshes and Joes and the guys, and especially Carlos, man. He had it. He just needed a finishing technique like Aaron talked about tonight. He had this barbecue down. He knew texture, tenderness, but he had no idea how to finish it. He thought when he sliced that brisket, he thought
he was done.
All right, it's done. That's all I'm supposed to do. He had no idea about finishing dust, doing a sauce and mixing au jus and grease separating. When we did that, look what he's done. And that's all I taught him.
It's awesome, man. And what you're doing for the veterans.
That's great stuff.
And not only that, we'll talk about it on the show, but right now they're, what's going on now with Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation? It's not just barbecue. You're kind of venturing out. You're doing, offshore. You tell me what's going on now.
Well, one thing, I'm a guy that like watching y'all now, and I've been missing cooking on my own. Especially when you start talking about rivalries and going to cook and who you want to beat. I kind of miss that now, but I got burnt out for a while, and that's why I kind of got into the teaching part and the veteran part of it. And then I got down here to the coast to work on a retreat because the cook-off is really, really done great. But, right now we're dropping around $200,000 a year to be on the road to do what we're doing now. So I'm trying to get it where I can get these backyard ones down here where I can just give them that experience because a lot of them that I missed, I lost about 20% of them that didn't want to be in that public eye. So that's the part I'm working on down here to take them fishing, take them duck hunting, and get my guide business going on because I need a job. I got to make some money sometimes. So that's what we're trying to birth down here. And I'm trying to get it to line in one big old birth of the barbecue world and / the outdoors venue for them to come down here to a retreat to relax, do some grilling experiences. That's just a one-on-one and something they can go back home and do with their family. That's the biggest thing is bringing their families involved with the kids and everything. Oh, geez, there's that son of a
That was me. I didn't mean to do that. But since we're on that, there we go.
I knew it'd be me getting covered up with that one.
No, Joey, that's amazing, man. And what you're doing for the veterans and what you're doing for, just bringing this sport to different people. And what I've seen, and I don't know if it's happening 90% of the time, but what I've seen right now is the people or the veterans that do this, once they do something or put their mind to something, they're all in, man. I've seen it with, all these guys that you're introducing this sport to. They're not just, taking a class and going home and cooking for their family. These guys are like competitive people. And it makes 100% sense when you think about what they go through. And, they get a little competitiveness and they get that taste at an award ceremony, what they're doing, right? They're getting that whole experience from cooking, from starting to finish to awards. And when they're sitting there with either a ticket or waiting for their song to play, I mean, that whole thing, that whole process is putting this lifeblood in them, and you're introducing what we all experience each and every week. And it's really cool, man. It's cool to witness. It's cool to see. And you guys are doing some amazing work, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
Well, we got Nate coming. I don't know if y'all remember us reserving Cedar Fest last year when y'all had we had all that filming going on, and I backed out of that in the last minute because I was worried about my veteran dealing with cameras and crap. So we kind of made a decision to kind of break off from that the last minute. Kind of wish we didn't, because it would have been a great more showing to have it in the public eye of what we done there, because that was Fat Boys Barbecue that brought us that veteran, and what was cool for him to experience what a awesome reserve grand we had. I mean, we almost won it 0.3 of a point from granting it, but also Fat Boys Barbecue in third was like 0.4 behind us. I mean, we could have got it taken away with us with just a marginal number, but he's coming back. He was so excited about that win that we had in the walks, and then he's coming back to help and get more educated, and he's coming in full time. So he'd be the next one you're going to see that's going to be coming on to the barbecue trail.
Well, Joey, I mean, I feel like you weren't wrong. You were trying to pay attention to him by backing out. I think, you might have done the right thing.
We did the right thing. Yeah. And also, it was back to what Aaron said tonight. I had to put my mind in the game. And trying to film and do that stuff, man, I'm a squirrel. Y'all know it. That's why my pit's named the USS Squirrel. I'll squirrel off and be gone. You got to pull me down from the tree. So, we got hooked up there and did our job. And that's the thing. That was me, too. That was our beginning of transition into barrels because, man, it's great to have badass stick burners that we own. But to teach those guys on stick burners, they just can't go spend freaking $10,000 on a stick burner. So that's the transition I'm moving to now with the drums. And it's been a crazy experience. But getting it dialed in now, getting used to it, and getting used to a fast hot cook. I thought I cooked hot and fast until I moved to a damn barrel.
I tell you, I mean, Joey, you come a long way from the old yellow trailer, and what you were doing in the old yellow trailer to now, you moved up and you shifted a whole nother lane, right? It's like, stay in your lane, do your thing, but you moved over 4 lanes and you found a whole new lane that people aren't touching with. So to think about the feelings, the aspect, the mental personalities, there's a lot going on with a veteran, no matter where they're from and what they've done. And when you try to put that into there, you're like, you know what? Hold on a minute. This ain't gonna work. Let me think about this, because if you thought of it, he already thought of it.
Right.
Or exactly right. Whichever it is.
With the veterans at a chance, I don't think there's anybody else that can do what Joey and Cassie Smith do week in and week out for those veterans. I mean, that's a lot going on. Plus, you got to cook, and hats off to them, and he's got a team behind him that is just phenomenal. And
fuck yeah, I can drop some F-bombs, James. God damn it. I'll tell you what, this motherfucker's getting boring. Okay, I tell you, I see what you're saying, buddy. This is getting a little bit sentimental and everything, but fuck this shit. Let's go into something else. I got you.
James Dodson, I sent you a link to join us. To join us, James. I want your side of the story.
Come on, James. I mean, I replied back to you on Facebook. Get your ass on here. Let's go. And I'll apologize to you in person, but you still fucked off, and you probably took too many photos upside down, pulled your socks up, and said, Erica, take my box 2 minutes too late. I don't know, man. I don't know how it works, but, up there in North Texas, but out here in West Texas, we don't fuck around like that.
Hey, the barbecue shanty, Chris Main, said you're literally saving lives supporting veterans, man. It's really cool.
Absolutely.
There it is, right there.
It is. We had bad news this last year. We know we didn't get to show this story, but a couple of times, we had one sign up. Yeah, and what's wild, they didn't show up, and we called, never heard nothing, and then we got the call from their mom following week, and we weren't soon enough, I guess. But
wow.
So Joey, you remember Odessa, Texas, 2 years ago?
Yes, sir.
You and Chris were down there. Fred whooped our ass both days, drums and on an offset. So we both took the ass whipping personally. But we had a veteran on Saturday night or Friday night that came out, did the deal, but never showed back up on Saturday. So do we ever hear from that guy?
Never heard from him, and left his cooler of beer, everything there, chair, beer, everything.
Yeah, he left it all. So you never heard from him, so we don't never know what happened to him.
No.
Man, I think the stuff those guys fight's a whole different world than what we fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is,
It's a
but it was
whole
wild.
different
That guy seasoned the brisket and stuff on Friday, or no, was that Friday?
He was
Friday,
pumped.
we
He
had
was
a
like pumped.
Yeah, because we didn't get him through the doubleheader or nothing because we cooked Saturday. Yeah, because we decided to stay Sunday. That's when I ended up getting first brisket, trying to get, because y'all helped me on temp on the Midlands.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Went from 20, didn't change a recipe and went and backed off about 3 degrees. Went from 15th at first place in the second day. So, thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, man. And Joey's like, I'm like, no, not up here. You're not. This is Midland, Texas. You're not. This 150 foot. You're not doing this, man. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you ain't ever going to see 212 degrees, buddy. Don't you worry about that. So, and Bill, I'll tell you this. I downloaded Bill's class, and I told Bill this too, and he made that same comment on his class about Midland, Texas on the brisket. If you don't go cook out of your area, you will never know that elevation is one of the biggest heartfelt kick in the ass you'll ever see, because you'll never see it.
Yes.
Because you're trying so hard to do what you did at 800 foot elevation, but you're not going to do it at 3,000 foot.
Oh, no, you're not at all.
So I will watch so many people burn the shit out of their brisket, out of their chicken. Not chicken. That ain't gonna happen on chicken, but brisket, pork, whatever. They're like, pull it out. There's no juice. They're like, what happened?
We almost did an Amarillo. And you're like, oh, did it burn the juice out?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna tell you.
He's like, well, the fucking elevation. I'm like, well.
Sorry, Chris.
DSP does suck, buddy.
I warned Tom. I gave Tom a full-blown 5-minute lesson on cooking West Texas.
You did.
And he still didn't have no au jus on his brisket the next morning. But they GC. So, I mean, I'm going to shut the hell up on that, because, I mean, they still won. And,
No,
it
was
wasn't
good. It was at a caddy.
Hey, I have a question. I have a question for Chuck. Chuck has a unique perspective. Chuck, how much does what's that, babe? What?
We're like the Brady Bunch. Like,
oh, I know we are. Hey, but Chuck is over here on my top right now. Hey, Chuck, how much does for the cooks out there, the pit masters that have rubs or sauces or injections, how much does a grand championship the week before influence the buyers that week?
Oh,
That's
you can definitely
100%.
You can definitely see it, no doubt. As soon as, it's almost like if I didn't watch awards or was there to see it all, I can go in the store Tuesday and pull a report, and I can tell you, oh, Aaron Leslie and Bill both hit this weekend somewhere. The online orders are just stupid.
It's funny because we won't even be home. We won't even be home, and the cash register is going cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
It's that pocket money. We're up while y'all are driving, packing orders. That's what we do.
So Joey, you have rubs, Bill, obviously, and Aaron. So it matters, right? It matters when you go out there and GC or RGC.
100%. I got in the rub business just to help pay for a goddamn entry fee for a cook-off. I did not want to worry about making a business of it, but I needed to. But, it's just coming up. Hell, I actually offered Aaron to buy my recipe one time.
Hey, Joey has something that I want, and I still want it today. He has something. He has the original something that I want, and I told him that night at Uvalde. I was like, dude, I'm good. He goes, let me think about one thing first. I will let you know next week. And I never heard from him.
I was going to say, but it's already gone out of Joey's mind. It's done.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He it's in the back of his mind because he knows what I'm talking about. There's one thing. There's one thing that I want. It's way back when. I want the original one thing, and I think it's like I'm telling you, you can't reproduce it.
Hey, to Chuck's point, to Chuck's
because
point,
that flavor does not exist anymore. Only Joey knows what that flavor is.
hey, to
That's
Chuck's
probably the
point,
one I should
man,
just go back to and just start selling it by itself.
Hey, Joey, you've been holding out on me. So Brandon packed an order for us the other day that we got in, and I got I think a case of, I think it was fajita. Might have been fajita. And I had a special little, you might not have seen that one in a minute. You might need to bring that one back. That's some good shit right there.
hold on,
Which
keep
one-
it
which
holding,
one is
keep
that?
holding it up. Oh, there it is, right there. It's spicy
Oh,
Cajun.
spicy Cajun. Yeah. God
Yeah,
damn.
that's good. I mean,
Actually-
it's good. It's good,
Well,
but it's not the one. It's not the
It's
one.
not the one.
No, I don't know what
you're
That
talking
one there
about.
he's holding up. It's funny. That one right now is running in KCBS testing right now because they like that on brisket. I'm saying it doesn't matter what rubs you kill. I try to come up with names because I tried to come up with names early in my day, and I'm not good at that shit like Aaron and them and all that crap, you
I
know.
know, right?
And then
Well,
hell,
I'm thinking
that one
Brandon,
needs to be renamed for a regular barbecue rub. It's just
Brandon-
it's hot
Brandon-
as fuck to get it on.
Hey, Joey, but Texas Chrome is a fucking badass name.
yeah, it is.
Yes,
Just
it is.
Texas Chrome, man, that is an awesome name. You know what I mean?
Yep,
I
y'all
think
wanna
that's a
hear
great
it?
name.
Have y'all heard the story how I came up with that name?
No.
So, all right, Carly, you got to close your ears on this one. So, we were sitting there hanging out, getting total trashed. I mean, we were watching the Triple Crown. I don't know if you remember that cowboy, that the California Chrome horse that almost won the Triple Crown, and they moved the last race and back to back, and he had a big old deal on Facebook and everything, upset with the Triple Crown people because they moved the race and his horse didn't get a rest. And anyway, it was called California Chrome, and hell, we were smoking a little hooter, playing with those damn stupid gummy bears that get your ass in trouble all the time. And I said, you know what? I want to get in the spice business because my wife's on to me going, you can't keep paying for this barbecue life out of our account anymore. We're going to go broke. And I said, well, I'm going to start selling these rubs and. You know, I don't know. Name it Texas Chrome. I love this guy. He talks trash. He said that. I'm like, Aaron, but fuck this shit. Fuck these guys. We're going to kick your ass with our Texas horse. I said, I love that guy.
That's awesome. That's great. I love it. I love Texas Chrome. I think it's a brilliant name. So
That is
Yeah,
a
and
cool
that's-
name. I mean,
And that's
we don't
why
know
we're
what it
branding
means,
everything.
but it's
Yeah.
cool. Texas
it is
Chrome.
cool. It is super cool. So,
And we're going to stick with that brand. I mean, we're doing the Texas Chrome Outdoors down here. And
yeah.
I mean, it's just what we're going to be branding ourselves with and stuff and all that crap. And
I mean, old
got all our
dust ain't
shirts
bad
ready.
either.
I'll tell you
Old
this.
dust is pretty good.
Let me tell you how this came about. So we're talking about names and companies and all that kind of stuff, and everybody
Producer
has a
ties
story.
in.
Hi, Ty.
So I'm sitting here and I hired this guy.
Hold on. I'm sorry. 1 second, Aaron. Ty.
Yeah.
I love you. You can hang out as long as you want, but don't feel like you have to be here. We got it. But I want Ty in. So
I
that's
want
why-
to hear these stories.
Okay, cool.
I like
All right, cool.
Ty's background there.
It's up to
That's
you.
cute, buddy.
If you want to be in the background or you want to hang out here, I love it. I like you here in with us. But all right, Aaron,
Yeah, I'll say
go
that.
ahead, bud. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Okay. So here in town, we're not a big town, but I mean, we're 160, 170 when the oil's booming. We're 140 when it's not. So everybody goes back to Louisiana, Arkansas, wherever they come from. When things are down, the oil derricks are down, 700 rigs are stacked out, kind of thing. So I met a guy in town, and I said, "Hey, I've got this little seasoning that I make because I had a catering company in 2012. And I was just cooking steaks. That was it. And I made this. I made the oil dust, and so I need a name for it, and I need a label. I'm thinking about putting this out there on the market, but because I'm tired of buying stuff. But my wife was giving to charity, and she was taking out of our bank account like $2,000-$3,000 a year was given to charity, buy somebody's Christmas, buy somebody's whatever. And for folks in the oil field that know that sometimes money is good, money ain't good. So $3,000 at the end of the year at Christmas time sucks because at the first quarter, people getting laid off, they're getting stacked out, that kind of thing. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, what can I do? So we're driving to town. I'm going to meet this guy from Odessa, and he's going to help me create this label. And I'm like, we got to have a name. It's got to be catchy. I don't know. It's got to be catchy. She's like, well, what would you start with? I said, well, we're from Texas. So it's got to have the word Texas in it. Shit. What doesn't sell that has the word Texas in it? And I said, she goes, well, yeah, I got you. And I was like, oh, man, what can we do? What can we do? I'm driving down the road, and I'm like, well, I'm in the oil field. That's who I am. I am a drilling supervisor. I drill wells 20,000, 30,000 foot deep in the earth, and I put this. I drill for oil. So Texas oil. And she's like, well, it doesn't sound very good. I was like, well, so what does a barbecue rub have? And people call it dust. They call it seasoning. They call it whatever. And I'm like, what if we just call it Texas oil dust? Something kind of quick, catchy, and we'll just do whatever. She's like, that sounds good to me. So I walk in this building. This guy's doing these vinyl wraps and stuff. He's wrapping these cars. And I walk in. I'm like, hey, man, are you Sean? He goes, yeah. And I said, I got this idea. And on the way here, we came up with the word Texas oil dust for the name of the company. He goes, oh, I love it. It needs your signature on it. So he goes, I wrote my signature. Now, I went to veterinary school before I got into the oil field. And so my signature was an A, an L, and a Y because I was a doctor. I was going to be a doctor, right? You got to have a doctor's signature to be a vet or a doctor. So I made this signature. He goes, nobody can read that. He goes, how do you sign your name? I was like, this right here. And he goes, no, that ain't going to fucking work. I'm like, well, he goes, well, how did you sign your papers back in high school? And it was like the big loopy, right? A and R. So he put that signature that I did back in elementary, junior high, that kind of shit, on my label, threw the Texas oil dust out there, popped the derrick, put the shape of Texas around it, and in 2 days I had the logo that I trademarked in 2015. It was only because I needed a name, and I'm like, Texas, I'm in the oil field, and it's dust. Boom, there it is. And it's been trademarked. It's federal. It's all that good shit. It's got all the bells and whistles and USTPO and all that crap. But that's how I came up with my name, Texas Oil Dust.
That's awesome.
On a whim at 65 miles an hour in 15 minutes on the way to town.
See, I thought it was going to be something different with your windows down and the fucking wind was blowing and dust was going through the.
No, I actually had the I didn't have an air conditioner, right? So we're in West Texas. We're broke. We're in oil field. So I had my triangle was facing in, right? So it's the tri window facing in. It's that 65 mile an hour air conditioner, right? You got to fade in. And that's how we're driving in town. So
what a cool name to encompass, Texas, West Texas,
and the people who can't read, they just say Texas dust. Yeah, it's all good.
I love it, man. I think it's a really cool name. I think Bill has a cool name. Bill has this. I've been around Bill in like Buc-ee's, and Bill has told this story before. Chicken fried barbecue. People think it's like, how the fuck can I eat some chicken fried barbecue, man? That's because it's not his name or what he does on this competition circuit. We all love chicken fried steak, right? Or chicken fried chicken. How about some chicken fried barbecue? And Bill, you got to open that restaurant up, bro, because people
literally will stop and ask me when I wear the T-shirt, oh, are you a part of that team? I'm like, no. I just no. I don't know who this guy is. I just have a
I got a TikTok in the works about chicken fried barbecue.
I'm hoping Bill will rub off on me a little bit because both of our wives are named Vanessa. So I'm hoping there's something there.
James Dodson's trying to catch in, but his devices are not connected.
Hey, Joey, while we wait, tell them the story about the steak rub and how you got your label. I love that.
Yeah, so that's probably also how I got kicked out of the academy too. So.
Oh, we won't talk about that.
Oh, it's all good. So if you look at the Steak Magic rub in the back of there's highlight letters in the back behind the label. It's called HB1. I
got it pulled up here, Rob.
So HB1 stands for Hell Bitch 1. That's Cassie. So.
You see the HB1 right there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And if I remember right, I think her license plate might say the same.
Oh, it does. I just renewed those $5 dudes.
Hey, so
Oh,
Joey, you've been in barbecue for a while now. What's your most memorable moment, man, doing this thing?
man, we used to cook a deal called the Rubik Cup, man. We had a traveling trophy, and they picked out like 5 badass cookers. This is back when Lone Star was up and going. That was probably the biggest, and then IBCA. And that was my highlight of one of my coolest wins. And I guess because that was one of my first filming experiences, and I had cooking against Ernest and guys like that. And it was neat, man. I got to hold on to this trophy, and that's when I realized that's when I got good in brisket, I guess, because it was such of a small team turnout. They only picked like 8 guys for a shootout, and we had to cook and cater for all these big corporate guys that flew in on helicopters and stuff. And they did a filming deal, and you got to carry this freaking $10,000 Rubik Cup trophy with all these deals. It was just amazing. But that's when I learned how to cook brisket, because I didn't know back then that brisket broke all ties. So there was so many cook-offs that I reserved up and coming, and never really got to close the deal. And I've had cook-offs more times than any leading it till first place brisket. And which, I'm glad we got new structure of points now that really lets the cream come to the top. I mean, it's just, hell, I started backyard cooking and with no certified judging. I mean, I've had a badass career. I've been at this for shit. I'm glad I'm 15 years, I guess.
You've had an amazing career, bro. You've had an amazing career.
I mean, I didn't even know Smithfield is the only one that did a back story about us and pulled up all my old stuff and craziness crap. And we pulled all these paper trophies out and bowling shit that I had stacked up. And man, I've got, right around 80, 85 wins and reserves in my total career. And shit, I can't count first places, but I'm very blessed of where I've been. And man, I still think I got a little left in the tank. I just got back from heavy smokes class. I've got the roll and the jack is on my bucket list, and I've got to figure that out. So that's something in my story that's not finished yet. So that's what I want to start focusing on personally once everything kind of gets settled down.
Obviously, we all know as cooks here, everything's cyclical, right? And, Bill is hot right now, but 4 months from now, hopefully he's still that hot, but chances are he's not going to be. That's just the way our nature of the sport works, right? And so you
never know when that last walk's going to be.
You never know, and I love the fact that Bill is just enjoying the ride and listening to Bill on different shows, because Bill's on a show every day on the barbecue circuit. And I'm just teasing. I'm teasing Bill.
Yeah,
right
he's got a whole like 101 for the week. Right?
I'm teasing.
He's like, okay, let me just draw this out. Oh, you want to do a show today? Well, how about no, man, I'm gonna be at lunch at 2:30. How about 4:30? That's in between, snack and dinner. So maybe no, I'll be at HEB. Can we do it after HEB? I mean, he can pick and choose what he wants.
No, but talking to Bill, and seeing Bill talk, he's like, hey, Bill says, hey, I'm just getting lucky. I'm cooking good food. I'm getting lucky. Bill, part of that is true, but Bill's cooking amazing food right now. And we talked about it earlier. His confidence level going into this thing is at an all-time high. And I think that's very important as cooks when you go into a contest at an all-time high. It's a big deal. And it's fun to see. It's fun to watch right now. And Bill is 3 in a row right now. It's stupid right now. It's stupid what he's doing right now.
I will tell you
clean that pit yet?
Boy, James.
No, don't clean it, Bill. If you haven't cleaned it, don't clean it.
Don't clean it. It's going to go down.
I know the answer is no. Bill was like stressing that health food inspector at Austin. He's like, no, I am not doing shit. I am not even going. Don't even look at my trailer right now.
I'll tell you this, guys. There is nothing better than being the first to get number 7. You're talking about for the jack. You're talking about number 7. There's no better feeling to be number 1 and get number 7, because there's so many guys chasing this. It's getting harder to be that guy.
Be careful. You got that. Remember, you got to look at Fred, man. he had it early too. Look how long it took him for that number 7.
And me
You
and
get
Bill
hung
just
on
the other
that
day.
6.
Bill's not going to sleep. He's not going to rest till he gets it. But I'm just saying is that out of all the cooks in the United States, nobody has 7 yet, and there's an opportunity. And Bill's not the kind of guy to get wound up and all that shit. He's a water off the duck's back kind of guy. So he's just, I mean, I'm just saying is good barbecue is good barbecue, but to be number 1, to be the number 1 first pick of the number 7 series is a tremendous thing.
Hey, James, I'll get you on in just a second, but I got to ask Bill a question. Bill, how do you feel right now?
And I feel pretty good. I feel like I got 4.5 months to get one, so
I mean,
I
you've
feel
had
confident.
what,
I feel like I'll
to
get it.
You've
But
had
at the
7
same
months
time-
to get 6.
But at
You
the
can do
same
it.
time, too, it's remember, we all know how the worm can turn. You know what I mean? So right now it's rolling good, but man, the worm can turn at any minute, and it's real easy to finish 5th. It's real easy to finish 8th. You know what I mean? And dance around. I mean, if you look at last year in CBA, man, I had was a lot of. I mean, I had a lot of top 10 finishes, but not many grands. So it's real easy to, like I said, get seconds. Or I think I had 3 reserves so far for this Jack season. I reserved with you in Needville, Rob. That was a qualifier.
Yep.
I reserved Sonora the very first weekend it opened. Aaron was there.
Yep.
And then I reserved out in Louisiana at that. Aaron was at that one as well.
Yep.
So I've had 3 reserves that if one of those would have popped, man, I'd already had my 7. But
Right.
Thanks, Rob.
yeah, exactly.
And
But
you would
things-
be my uncle, Bill. Yeah, I get it. I know,
But
I get it.
things happen for a reason. They're layered in there for a reason. It wasn't your time yet because you wasn't there. But we all know chasing the Jack, you have to get at least 5 by March.
Yeah.
Because after March and April, the state championships get bigger, and then people who have 1, 2, and 3, now that's all they're chasing is that extra 3 or the extra 4 or the extra 2, and it's like it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. So it gets harder to make that. I've got 3 in the hat, so I'm like, okay, can I get 4 before August? I don't know. We'll see. But, I'll still take a first place brisket every day of the week.
All right,
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Dodson has been very patient. James Dodson, welcome to the So Smoking Gooder Show after show. How are you, my man? I did see your wife on another show and was
She
talking
roasted the
about
shit
her
out of you,
side
man.
about
No,
what
it
happened.
wasn't just my wife. It was Bill Purvis as well.
Oh yeah, Bill Purvis. But
And I do
James,
have
No,
something to
he-
say, James. James,
Man,
I do have something to say. Yeah.
The only reason I
do have
jumped on-
something to say. Every
Yeah.
time I've given my wife the box, and I've told her, she knows, man, this is first place. Don't mess it up on the way to turn in. So
Well, I will say this, Bill. I gave her the box at 257.
You
Oh,
fucked
She
up.
turned it in at 3:10:04. We were less than a minute away. So all I heard was that she stopped at 2 campsites, had 3 shots at one, did a beer
Oh,
bong at
shit.
another. So, I mean, I'm sitting there. I actually started to go look for her because I was worried about her. And then she came back with a box and said she turned it in late. So, again,
So
I don't know
you
what to do.
physically are you seriously saying that 257 on a 310 at the end of a 310 turn in, you gave her the box at 257?
Aaron, that's what happened.
James, are you sure it didn't
257.
say 357 or something like that?
No, if 357 would have been, they wouldn't even, the awards
The
started
awards
at
would
4.
have been them.
I know, buddy.
257.
I'm just messing with you.
The
Yeah,
hashtag
no, I
says
don't
it
know what
all.
to do, man. Like, she's more famous than Bill Purvis than some of these cook-offs. Everybody wants to talk to her about stock design. I mean, it's crazy, man. It's
hey
absolutely
James,
insane.
James, how did as a team Limp Brisket do in chicken and ribs prior to that brisket turn in? Obviously, you don't know it when you're turning it in, but what were the end results? How was the chicken? How was the ribs?
It's a loaded
Chicken
gun,
and ribs
bro.
were good. She cooked those. She said she didn't turn my brisket in because it wasn't good. So I don't know. But you know, it's funny to hear like Bill talk about number 7, and I remember when Aaron, had that picture of him holding the 2 bottles of Jack. I just try to drink Jack. I don't really try to make it to the Jack. I ran out of Jack, so I got a little Jim Beam left.
Hey,
so,
baby, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's it right there.
It is.
You got
and the big problem is Erica made me go to bed on Friday or Saturday morning about 1:30. And those that know the North Texas cooks, I go to bed around 3 o'clock in the morning and light my fires at 5. And there you go. So I'm blaming her on making me go to bed at 1:30 on Saturday morning.
That early bed thing is 4 or 5. I mean, you just can't go to bed too early.
No, I'm telling you, I usually go to bed about 2:33. It's usually me, Benny Koger, and Justin. And I try to keep those guys up because they can't cook hungover. I can't because I just keep drinking. I never stop.
Don't do that to Jack Cashman because he can do it.
No, I know Jack Cashman. He tries to get me Rumpelmint shots or something because Jack is fancy. He lifts his pinky up when he drinks.
Hey, so that you mentioned a picture of me holding the 2 bottles of Jack like this. We went to the liquor store.
Hey, Ty, are you able to delete that last comment over there?
We went to the liquor store to get beer and whiskey. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we were in Lynchburg, Tennessee. I'm pretty sure, but I can't remember what town we were in. I told Paul, I said, hey, Paul, this is badass. And I just grabbed 2 bottles of Jack off the deal, and I just held them up, and I said, take my photo, And that was my Jack photo. And then I just blacked the background out, did all that kind of shit. But it was like, it was the right time and the right moment kind of idea, So
it was awesome. And I'll say, like, I said it earlier. I've had a lot of cooks help me, but Aaron Leslie, I don't even remember what cook it was. It was that July 4th cook.
Event.
Yeah. And literally, he sat beside Eric and I and said, what are you having problems with? And we told him, and he walked us through everything. So Eric and I owe everything that we're not big winners. Like, we're not the Bill Purposes or whatever. We've done really well. And 99.9% of that had to do with Aaron Leslie because we gave him coffee. So if anybody wants a hint, give Aaron Leslie black coffee, and he'll give you all the secrets.
Well, man, you had a monster call at Houston Rodeo, James. That was a monster brisket, bro.
Yeah,
that was great.
We were happy.
And we talked about that Sunday. I told you, just get out of the way. Just get out of the way and just cook that Sunday.
You did. You told me, like, stop. I was reaching out to everybody. I mean, my thing is, we're just some North Texas cooks. We do all local cooks. We hardly travel anywhere. And going to Houston and being able to cook. And here's the other thing. I didn't cook for myself. Because if I cook myself and I get a little intoxicated and don't turn something in, I'm not worried about it. But in Houston, you have a whole team that you've never met. They're telling you,
a little different pressure. Yeah.
Oh, it is. I've never felt that pressure. Because they're like, all weekend, it's like, hey, you better get us a brisket call. And I told Erica when she flew in on Friday, I go, babe, this is different. Like,
it's a different
I've
atmosphere.
never been that nervous. Like, I've never.
So, James texted me and said, hey, man, you got one of them briskets? I was like, man, I think they're all gone. It's like Wednesday morning, or I think it's Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. I looked in there and I told Adrian, I said, hey, Adrian, Middle Meat Company. I was like, hey, man, I said, do you have any briskets left? He goes, man, I got one. I got one brisket left out of that 8 or 9 that he's been freezing, waiting for the for that big moment. And I said, hey, you want to sell it? He goes, yeah. And I said, hold on a minute. I texted James. I said, hey, James, you got one brisket left. Do you want it? And he goes, yes. He goes, wait, I already got it covered. Wait, no, give me that brisket. So I said, okay, it's done. So I paid for it. James, does his thing, and I'm sitting there, and then I take James that brisket. I said, dude, just because what should I do? I said, man, just get out of the way. Just cook it. Let the brisket do what it does, And he does, and he's like, man, I did exactly what you said, and I just got the fuck out of the way. Okay, man.
Yeah, and I will say this, like, Erica wanted me to go back to our 2018 recipe because we've cooked down south a couple of times. We've done well, but we've always added red pepper flakes to our mop that we pour in there when we wrap it. And I was like, babe, that hasn't hit since 19. she was like, put the red pepper flakes in there. The only reason I did that is because of Erica. And when she flew in on Friday, she tasted the mop that we made, and she was like, "There's not pepper flakes in there. Put them in there." And literally, we put them in there, and it was crazy. That was a recipe that we used in 1819. We did really well. I think we hit 7 first place briskets that year, and she made me go back to that. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done that. Crazy. But yeah, that Midland meat brisket, dude, is different. It's different. It's mean.
Yeah, it is.
No, I cooked one for the first time in Houston this year, a Midland, and my God, just the taste difference alone versus even a Snake River or Mishima or anything we get around at HEB, it was a whole different critter to the good for sure.
You know, it's so funny. Like Erica talked about it, and she said, like Snake River Farms, it's buttery, right? It's like almost too buttery, but that Midland meat is just beefy. Like
it almost had that. It had that Angus beefy flavor, but Wagyu. I mean, it was a
it was so tender, and I mean, literally, that thing was so overcooked, but it wouldn't break apart. I mean, it was amazing.
So I went to Kansas this past year, and me and Jenks, Bill knows Janky Leg, so's Joe and them, but me and Jenks, we were sitting there next to each other, and I was like, you got Brad on this side, you got Jenks, and you got me, and we're on the bricks. Our trailers are like this high because the road is on bricks, it's all unlevel. I took my brisket over, and Jordan's like, "Hey man, let me taste your brisket." And I tasted his, he tasted mine. He goes, "How do you get that texture? That texture is amazing. How do you get that texture?" I'm like, it's just a brisket, man. It's the beef we cook, He's like, "There's no way." I tasted his, and it had a different texture to it, and it's still trimmed the same way. Just the texture itself is different. So, yeah, Midland meat it's got a little different kick going on than most people do. But you got 400 ranchers kicking briskets in the Snake River Farms. You got one rancher cooking briskets in the Midland Meat Company. So it's a different thing going on altogether. But I think over time, a lot of good people will notice that good beef stands out. It has a different texture, different flavor, and over time you'll see it kind of spawn out there.
Yeah, I will say this though: the coolest thing that Eric and I have ever done, we've never taken a class, and I've always been like headstrong, like I've never taken a class. That's not. But we went after Kaufman. We bought the Bill Purvis class on Barbecue Champs Academy, and man, the wizardry that he does with sauces, like man, so my wife does this thing, and she makes mac and cheese, and instead of using water, she uses chicken broth. So if you've ever cooked mac and cheese, try it with chicken broth instead of water. It's stupid good.
Well, bump the chicken broth to vegetable stock and see what happens.
Oh yeah,
I have never heard of Bill Purvis on the Barbecue Champs Academy. I've never seen this.
It's advertised like every day.
Do you have classes, Bill?
But I'm telling you right now, so I joined his thing. I joined the Facebook group. I get 19 messages. Hey, so you're taking Bill Purvis's class? ? Like it was the craziest stuff. And here's what I told him. I said, yeah. I said, I like Bill. I just want to support him, right? But literally, the sauce recipe, Bill, all we've ever used is Craig's on everything.
Right.
We've never mixed anything. And literally, my wife, as she slapped me the first time I made that rib sauce. He literally slapped me. It was crazy. In a good way.
You are a North Texas cook, and that.
Yeah, we don't though. It works. My whole thing is, if it works, it works.
No, and I'm being serious. Craig's back in 1718 was a hidden staple. Nobody they knew about it, but it's head country. Head country was the sauce to use. But Craig's came out and was like, boom, and threw that bitch on a brisket. So Mitch was first place out of 60, 70 teams. I think I had 20 first place briskets in 2019. And out of 40 competitions, 20 first place briskets, that's a huge number. And so John's like, how many first place? I said, I don't keep counting anymore. I don't worry about it. But Craig's was a big part of that. And over time, once you started getting out of that zip code area, you started realizing that, well, okay, this ain't working too good down south.
Right.
It's not working too good here. and so you have to kind of mix and match some shit, you know. And I think that's a huge thing in certain areas, and it's still today a top-notch sauce. I still use it. It's just one of those deals that's kind of like, yeah, I mean, it might not work here, but you don't know till you try it.
Hey, so I got to bring on Miss Belle Clark. Carly mentioned her as like an inspiration or somebody.
I can't believe she sat there that long.
She has not said a freaking word, and it's amazing. I don't understand what's going on, but I do want to bring Miss Belle Clark on. Hey, Belle, you've been having a hellacious beginning to 2023. Your season has started out very hot and heavy. How do you feel right now? What's going on? And I know you went to Weatherford. Wasn't the result you came out with or you wanted, but we talked about mental.
But
we talked about mental aspects earlier on the show.
I think because I was freaking freezing. I do not like to go places that I am freezing.
So where's the mental aspect right now?
No, my mental aspect literally was this. I walked from our camp over to where Willie and everybody else was, and I almost literally lost my footing. The wind was so bad. And I was like, oh, God. This is not going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and you weigh like, 88 pounds. So, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not 88 pounds, but.
Okay. But, it
was still an awesome cook-off, though.
All right, well, let's talk about successes. You've been having a great year so far. You and Tom have been having a great year.
Tom walks your boxes.
What?
It's because Tom walks your boxes.
Oh, God.
I know it ain't Logan.
Logan don't hardly cook no more. Good God, this boy. But he did cook last weekend, and he did well. So he ended up 4th overall at that chemo one. So he's still doing his thing.
So Belle, I
drums.
don't know if it's still true, but I remember checking like 2 weeks ago. You were leading 3 out of the 4 categories in CBA. I don't know what it is. I haven't checked in the last couple of weeks. Where is it at right now? And what? Oh,
I said Ty Cobb.
Ty's checking. I don't know if Ty is or not. Oh, he
please
is.
Hold.
He is. Please hold. But how do you feel right now? That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm
excited. This is so we did an IBCA, and I feel like that wasn't great. And then we did a Lone Star, but I'm not changing what I cook for the organization. It was just because CBA didn't have anything for 2 weeks, and I didn't want to not cook for 2 weeks. So it was what it was. If I went to donate my money, so be it. I don't care. But now I'm excited to do Alvin, and let's go see what we can do out there.
Right. I think you do well.
What did you find?
In chicken, you're number 1 through 9 contests, 2,420 points. Ribs, you're number 1 through 9 contests, 2,521 points. Pork, you're number 1 through 9 contests, 2,536.5.
Rob.
Brisket, you are number 4.
Dang.
9 contests, 2,405 for second place overall right now through.
And we are officially through the quarter poll. So we're officially through.
I was going to say, but we only started. So I mean, I don't take that.
I mean, we're
anything
1/4.
Other than...
We're a 4th through the season. And how did that make you feel earlier when Carly said you're an inspiration?
That makes me happier than anything else.
She just wants
recipes. If she, girl, call me all day. I will give you everything I got. I just, to me, for girls like her to want to be in this world full of men, here we are sitting on a show at 11:50 at night, and there are, 3 women on this show. Me, Carly, and her mom. Like this is what it's about. And I know it's still a man's world, and I know a lot of women say that, but
no females.
Yeah, you don't live here. I'm already outnumbered.
You are, sir. Yes.
Even the dog is a female.
I am outnumbered. So It's just that to me is more important than anything else. And the next generation, the next group of kids, like little Logan and Callan and all these kids that want to say,
Brody Daniel and them, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what it's about to me. I mean,
Well, Belle,
I'm
I
excited
think
to be where I am. I am waiting. Yeah,
You're waiting for a granddaughter. Just say it.
I'm just this weekend. I'm nervous because I feel like, and I know when y'all talked about emotions and stuff earlier. Like I feel like if I don't get nervous about a cook-off, then it's not going to be good, right? Like because that means I don't care, and that's how I felt last weekend. I didn't care.
right.
It was like we went out on Thursday night, had a blast. Like Friday, I got out of bed at like 1:00. Like I didn't care. Because I knew it didn't, like, my points didn't count, right? So I didn't do well.
Right.
But this weekend is a different deal because now we're going to Alvin, and now it's a different
Now your
deal.
points are back in it. Oh, Bill's back in. I'm sorry. God dang it, Bill. Hold on. Let me get Bill back in. There he is.
So
I
feel like you got to be, I feel like I have to be nervous. I have to be somewhat nervous, and ready for it. Jesus Christ, Ty, why you gonna put him right in front of my face?
Yep, right in front of your face.
He's back in. He is.
Hey, Bell,
back
meet Bill.
in.
What is the middle one on the?
Oh, is that better? You like that? Is that
Who's
better?
that guy?
Right.
Show us some biscuits, Leslie.
Tom's doing
I just say,
amazing.
I like Little Rob. There he is, Little Rob.
Well, let's see here. Well, I got 9 there, so you can see here we got our warming cabinets are all the way. Oh, I get this. Kind of hard to see.
I got you.
Anyways, you got some right here. Hang on. So I pulled those off about 4 hours ago. And then if you walk back here in the back, I don't know how you flip this camera, but I don't think you can. So I'm on the Old Hickory tonight. We know how bad those feel. So here, there's a little action. Where are we at? So we got those. I got 24, and we're just chilling. 200 degrees, 12 hours.
Aaron, you're getting too far from the internet.
Good, so. Am I?
Yeah.
You're just cutting off a little bit.
Hey, take another swig of that Jack Daniels. That'll help your internet.
What is that?
It'll help the internet.
That's what Tom Clark told me.
Nah, we're
That's what he told you. Your internet guru.
Yeah. No, we got. So right now I got 24 on the smoker, and I've got probably 15 from leftover from this afternoon about 5 o'clock. So we'll sell those tomorrow. Those will be out, and I'll have another 30 on tomorrow night. So got to have 120 briskets cooked before Thursday evening.
Crazy.
When's
we're
your
only open
store?
4 days.
4 days?
Yeah, Monday. We're just open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 8. Right now we're at 100 briskets a week for the 4 days that we're open.
Hey, real quick, James Dodson. Who in your area you think is somebody that we don't know on the show that may be interesting to bring on?
Man, there's a bunch of young kids, and I hate to say kids, but I'm old. But they're called the barbecue. They're called the barbecue dad.
I feel the same way.
But man, they're hitting it. There's like 3 of their best friends. They all cook. But I mean, Rob, I'll give you their names. They're awesome, man. They've been cooking a bunch. They're cooking a bunch of outlaw. They've taken a bunch of classes. I mean, I love those kids, man. They go to every cook-off. There's 3 of them. They have a good time. They're called the Barbecue Daddies. I don't think Eric and I are going to be cooking a lot of outlaw. I think we're going to be cooking this year. We're going to start this week. We're going to Gatesville. And I want to cook in an organization that has a points check.
All right, so I know of the Barbecue Daddies. I follow them on TikTok, so I would love to get them on, and you could be the special co-host that day.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I'm almost out of this. I got another bottle in there, so I'll be ready for them.
So it's fun. It's fun. I think what the direction of this show is, have some entertainment and educational. I think that's what it was tonight. Aaron, amazing. Yep. Aaron Leslie did an amazing job. I think Aaron was great.
Thank you.
Showcasing,
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Aaron.
Can I add one more thing?
Made it more interesting.
Fucking awesome, Aaron.
Rob, can I add one more
good
thing?
job, Aaron.
Fucking awesome, Aaron.
I know you talked about Carly interviewing. There's a lot of competition barbecue teams in North Texas that are high school teams. Like our high school that our kids go to, Boswell, they're thinking about doing it. There's a bunch of them. You have Cody Allenbar, the Ronald Escobedo, those guys that coach teams. I think it'd be good maybe if you had a segment with Carly can interview these young kids, because the best thing about Outlaw is you can be 14 with an adult and cook. And it was one of the rules that when we all sat around, there was like 10 of us. I wanted that, and I see these high school teams, and I think having maybe her as a special guest host and interviewing these kids would be amazing.
And I'm glad y'all. I'm glad y'all decided upon that, because I think that's really cool that the kids or the younger people have an opportunity to compete against the adults. And I don't know if you saw this, because I don't know what it was, but our next week's show is going to be Steve Jimenez and Tate's and Scott Stanish. Taters Surfing Q, they won the GC at the San Antonio Rodeo Cook-Off, and maybe I can get Carly in on this show to talk about the future of barbecue, because it's really cool. It's really interesting on how this sport is evolving. And not only the young kids, the high schoolers or junior hires, where Carly is right now, she's 13, 14. But these younger guys, like the 22-year-olds, the mom,
Right. I was going to say, because in fairness, our kids kind of grew up with IBCA, and they could only cook kids' cues and things like that.
I'm talking about the Reggie cues,
Corbin Stone, and it's the Logan,
smoking donkeys. All of those
all of that level.
Well, they're barely head cooks now. They're like what, 19?
Well, no.
How old is
Corbin
Logan?
is 26. Logan is 23. I mean, but they were in our world, they're the kids.
Yeah, that's all there was. Yeah, that's all there was.
Yeah, there was nothing else. There was they didn't have an opportunity to, and actually they all dropped out of kids' cues early because they didn't want to cook against kids that were 14 and they were 18, right?
Well, now
because to them, they were like, no, it's not, well, but it didn't seem right,
Yeah, it wasn't the same. Yeah.
So these kids grew up different too. But I think you should have a whole segment of kids. Would be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 clips, and there's 7 of us on screen right now, or 8 of us on screen, including me. But the 5 that are here, I'm going to start playing some clips that I love. These are my favorites right there.
Rob, you need to send Ty your clip.
I don't have a clip.
You need one.
Maybe I do, but here we go.
Well, hello.
Hold on. Aaron's not even here yet, so
I was going to say, where is he?
Hey, Rob, we're making a clip this weekend.
Look, I'm right here, man. I'm just in my truck.
Oh, he is there. He is there.
He's just driving around.
All right, here's one of my favorite ones right here.
Good Lord.
I'm just driving around drinking, man. That's just how we roll out here in West Texas.
This is one of the very first intros of the So Smoke Getter show. This happened probably 2.5 years ago. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Joey Smith with Texas Chrome Barbecue. I'm here watching the So Smoking Gooder show. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And 2 years later, you're sponsoring the So Smoking Gooder show.
Wasn't it?
That was in Seguin. Yeah, that
That's
was
when we
the
were
very
demoing
first.
Yeah,
That was the very first
CBA
venture
scoring system.
for CBA. Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. Let's do it. There's 5 of us. Like I said, here we go. We got one more before the next one, and where it is. Oh my God, I'm looking for. There it is, right there.
This is Bill Purvis with Chicken Fried Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. Boom.
Boom. Bill does it right. All right, here's another one right here.
Man, I can't see it on my screen.
Consecutive.
Oh,
that might have been the first.
I love Robert Smith. Robert Smith is the best of my.
This might have been the first one without.
I like his the best too because I walked through the background.
It's so
I love Robert Smith.
It's the what?
So Smoking Gooder Show.
It is the So Smoking Gooder Show. All right. Are you ready? You can handle this? Here we go. 3. What is in your back pocket? My goodness.
It was my results, but I had to
How
go.
big is that?
What? So Smoking Gooder Show.
It is.
And he was pointing at me. I was walking by.
All right. Are you ready? You can handle this? Here we go. 3.
Damn papers as big as Bell.
I'm First Class Barbecue Robert Smith, and you're watching the So Smoker Gooder Show.
You said it wrong, dummy. Do it again.
So Smoking Gooder Show.
One more time.
So Smoking Gooder Show.
You cracked me up at that one though. You got it wrong, dummy.
You said it wrong, dummy.
Wrong, dummy.
I was walking by. What's that?
I'm calling. You say your bell, but we're watching the So Motherfucking Gooder Show.
Y'all ready? We can do 2 or 3 takes. Ready?
I'm Tom Clark,
I'm Bill Clark.
and you're watching the So Smoking Fucking Gooder Show.
Say I'm Tom Clark. I'm Bill Clark with JC's Good Old Boys. All right, ready? Here we go. Ready? 3.
I'm Tom Clark
I'm Bill Clark.
with JC's Good Old Boys Barbecue Team, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Bam!
That was so bad.
Look at
So
that.
bad.
You want to redo it?
Yeah, kinda.
All right, you can redo it.
Without a giant paper in my pocket, and I don't know what's happening because he's saying the F-bomb, and I'm like, you can't say that.
Come on, why
that
you gotta
was
say
terrible.
F-bomb? Why can't you say fuck it?
He did. He said you're watching the So Smoking
It
Fucking
isn't
Gooder
a
Show.
dirty word.
And I'm like,
It's
oh, God.
way worse.
All right, this is a classic right here. This is a classic.
Well, hello there. How you doing? I'm Aaron Leslie with Texas Oil Dust, and today you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
that's a pretty good one right there.
I love that one because your beard is so short.
That one is
like,
good. That one is good.
Hey, I'll tell you, Rob was like, Aaron, I need an intro. I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? And he goes, just look at so here you got butter. Hey, hello. I'm butter. You're watching. Shit, you know, I'm like, okay. So Rob was like, come on, eat something pretty quick, you know. So I had my tripod up there. And I just like turned around, drank a little whiskey, had the Jambo run. I was like, hey, hello there. How you doing? I'm just like, you know, trying to throw something. I got to change it now. We got to do something different.
Aaron, we need a redo. We need a redo. But hey, if you want to do someone with a little attitude, with a little spice.
I was going to say, put my girl.
Here she is, right here.
Hi guys, I'm Carly Alexinas with Give 'em Hell Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Bam!
Girl, you got the best one, sweetheart.
First,
I got you rolling
attitude.
One
you know,
take.
It's not the fact that she didn't want to take; it's the smirk that she's got through the whole fucking.
That's what I'm saying, and it's
I like it.
It's the little.
She's got the smirk. She got the eyebrow. She has the little eye twitch. She's coming
Oh
in,
yeah,
she's like, yeah, I'm a badass. Don't you worry.
Here we go. One more deserves another.
Well, hello there.
Hi guys, I'm Carly Alexinas with Give 'em Hell Barbecue, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Bam! First take. There it was,
Aaron,
right there.
Aaron, did you notice those Rockin' A earrings?
Sir?
Did you notice those Rockin' A earrings she had into?
No, I wasn't looking at her earrings. I'm sorry.
Now these are some of my favorite ones right here. This one's good.
This is Tom Fuentes from Smoking Onions, and you are watching the So Smoking Gooder Show. Stupid beer. Hey.
I love that one. That's a good one. This is also one of my favorites right here.
I'm Ira Green from Kingsbury, Texas with Flying G Barbecue. You're watching live on the Smoking Gooder Show. So Smoking Gooder Show. I fucked that all up. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, watching live. Ira Green with Flying G Barbecue from Kingsbury, Texas, and you're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
His is one of my favorites.
I love that.
I love Ira.
Rob is going around Seguin, right? The first CBA deal we did to check the scoring system. He's going around doing all this shit, and he left me alone. He didn't even offer me, ask me, didn't do shit. I was like, no, fuck that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Over there, but of course, I am doing a steak video for Blues Hog, and I mean, I am doing that. He could have come and said, hey, Aaron, I need a little intro, from it. Oh, no, he doesn't say shit. He just does everybody else around me and leaves me the fuck out of it.
He didn't do me either.
It's funny. You know, it's funny how I
was gonna say, Bill, ours was done in Tomball.
Because a $3,000 canopy done got fucking tore up the night before. So I mean, I was already kind of in a shitty mood anyway.
Hey, Carly,
yours was done before mine and Bell's were.
Hey, Carly,
that's right. We had
Carly, you there?
What, Bill? What was that? The double header, right?
I had to win a contest to get one.
I'm wanting to know. Carly can handle this kid.
Won said contest.
Can Carly handle this kid?
Just be crude.
Put some wrestling in it. All right.
Just be crude.
Here we go. 3,
2, 1. This is Cruz Ross of these Texas Smokers, and you're watching Bullhorn.
Sorry.
You got it, brother. Keep going.
It's all right. Go ahead. Go.
This is Cruz Ross, the pit baller of East Texas Smokers. You're watching the So Smoking Gooder Show.
Yeah! You got it, brother.
Oh man, true red dude.
I don't know. That's a handful right there, Carly.
Hey, here's the deal. I'm going to Weatherford. We're at Weatherford. I walk by with my brisket box, and Cruz says, "My dad's got a banging fuck." He goes, "My dad has a banging ass brisket. You better watch out."
I believe that.
I was fifth, and he was fourth. I was like, "Oh damn!" Cruz called it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that kid.
Aaron's in total darkness right now.
All right, hey Rob, can Eric and I shoot a video this weekend of that?
Oh, absolutely! You can send it on Messenger. I would love to have that.
Well, I'm gonna outline right now. It's gonna be like, hey, I'm James Dotson, and she'll say I'm Erica Dotson, and she's like a little bit late.
You'll play it after the show's over.
Yes.
Please hold 5 seconds.
That'd be good. Joey, that was the very first one. I think I might have been my very first one.
A possibility.
I think I don't know. I think it's good.
Together.
I was like, did I say that right?
Chris,
I actually like that one. That's really good.
Send you an intro about the Smoking Gooder Show to Rob at Messenger, and he'll post it someday.
Yeah, so we're all good. I think it's great. I think we it's fun. This whole show is all about having fun, right? It's all about showcasing people like Joey, Bell, Chuck and Vanessa.
Joey, I do need Cassie to send me the sponsorship forms that I think she probably forgot about.
Okay,
And
I'll
while
remind her
she's
tomorrow.
doing that, go ahead
We're
and send me
working
that
on that.
number 1 file, by the way, Joey. While she's doing it, just send it to me.
Joey,
That's all
I
I'm
got
gonna
some
say.
coins for you.
Oh, awesome! Thank you. I
The
need
good
someone
news
to
is
build us a
the good
coin
news we
rack
have
for the
8 people
trailer.
watching, Rob. There's 8 on air still.
Okay,
There's
well, I
12.
have
There's
to go
12
because I have
people
to
watching
finish
right
getting
now.
ready
And
for
I'll
a
put you in the wheel.
Hey,
All
Bill, I
right,
think
so we are gonna wrap this up real quick. But Bill, hey Bill, what do you got to say about what you got going on this weekend, man? And
I gotta get
are
ready
you
for
getting number
Alvin.
7 right now?
Right?
I gotta
See,
get
that's what
ready
I'm
for
saying.
Alvin. So
I
I'm
agree
just
with you,
hope.
Bill.
I hope Tom and Bell don't put it on me. You know.
Oh,
So.
shut your face.
All right, James Dodson. Hey, I appreciate
I'll
you
wear my
stepping
shirt,
in for
though.
just a
There
moment.
you go. There you go.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, we'll get you on for sure because I want to get your side of the story. We all need to know your side of the story about what
Hey,
happened.
can I tell you something real quick, Rob?
Absolutely.
American Roll, my wife and I went down to your party. I don't know if you remember this, but our big thing is like family. We walked into your campsite. The security guard wouldn't let us in. I don't know if you remember that. And I said, "No, Rob. We know Rob." You came and met us. The first thing you did was, "I want to go get my wife to introduce you to you." I mean, dude, my wife is like, "I like Rob. Like, I appreciate that like more than you'll ever know, man. We love you guys,
Awesome,
man. It's
man.
awesome."
Hey, no, I don't, but it was a crazy night there at the American Royal on Friday night. Bell was there. It's nuts.
I
And
was.
We were kind of having a good time. I'm gonna be
I was
honest with
gonna
you.
say.
There might have
Aaron
been
was there.
alcohol
Too.
involved. There might have been alcohol involved at Rob's party.
Oh, it was amazing. It was a great party.
A little bit.
Man,
So
I
thank
will
you.
say, I will ask if anybody knows an IT person that can get me Wi-Fi into my shop, message me.
That is Ty Cobb.
Okay, Ty, we need to talk.
Ty
we need to
knows
talk.
how to get Wi-Fi.
Producer
into a
Ty
fucking
has it
cave.
all down. Hey James, hey, I don't remember that honestly, but I appreciate the
We
kind
do, man.
words.
Thank you.
Yeah, Joey, before you get out
Love
of
you
here,
guys.
man.
Oh shit, man! I love the camaraderie. You know, love our barbecue family and love where everybody's doing. And man, Bill, I'm praying for you, brother. Ready
Thank
to
you,
see
Joey.
that 7 sooner than sooner.
I got a little something for you, Bill. Bill, I got something for you.
Chuck and Vanessa and Carly, before we let y'all go, what's going on with y'all?
Carly, be awesome, babe.
Carly
Oh,
just
I'll
had
be
that to
fishing
say.
for the next 3 days. By the way, I'm missing the cook-offs, but I'll be on the water for 3 days. Just
There you go. Where
Hey,
are you
Joey,
going?
hey,
Where
Joey.
are you going this weekend? Where are you going to cook, Aaron?
Me, man,
Yeah.
you know I was going to Beeville, and but man, there's an IBCA up here that I've won a couple of times, but I just hate cooking IBCA. I just don't feel comfortable doing it, and that I'm probably already got my head in me, but I'm going to change my attitude in the morning. I'm gonna go up there to La Mesa State Championship IBCA and try my luck there. So
There you go. Get you one. Get you
but
one,
I mean,
brother.
you know, and that's my thing is that we got 3, we're looking for 4. I
Yeah.
do have something for you, Bill. A little bit of the old, the old side ball trick there. I mean, make you feel good on Saturday night. So, I mean, and at the same time, I mean, I'm
Carly, go to Carly.
maybe,
Turn
maybe
away.
he wants.
Carly,
Maybe he wants that.
don't pay
I don't know.
attention,
I mean,
baby.
Carly, turn away.
things out. I'm spitballing, Bill.
Hey, Joey. Joey, the first time I ever met
Aaron,
you.
there are children on this show, sir.
Yeah, Joey, I haven't.
If that girl knows more than we all do right now.
No, but Joey, I have a video of you at the Cops for Kids where you won. You threw your hat up and you started running up there and you
The
fell.
railroad tracks got me.
Yeah, the railroad track, and you
Man,
fell.
I bit it hard, man. That's when I knocked Chris Hatcher off his pedestal that week.
I know, and I told Erica, I go, we got to find this video because I'll send it to Rob because we knew you were going to. I was like, when you showed up, I got to send this video to Rob. We'll find that video. It was awesome.
I got to have it because I tell you what, it was crazy. Everybody was going, yelling and screaming for me, and then I bit the dust, and everybody goes, ooh. And then I jumped back up, and everybody started yelling again.
Hey, shout out to Greg Minotti with Drop Tine Smoke. He just GC'd this past weekend. I did.
Way to go, Greg!
I did mention him on the Wolf Printing Wraps and Graphics wrap up recap. But hey, man, my goodness, there's still people watching this after show.
Okay, but I
What's
gotta
going
go.
on here?
I'm still gotta get ready for a cook-off. So
I know we all.
I have to work in the morning.
Hang on, Miss Bell. But hey, real quick, Chuck and Vanessa and Carly, thank you guys for sticking in. You got anything y'all want to say before y'all get out of here?
Bill Purvis, looks like we're running late. Aaron's already on the road.
Oh,
no kidding.
Baby, wheels up.
No
Thanks, Rob. I
kidding.
appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate y'all. Love all of y'all. Love barbecue.
Absolutely. Bill, anything before you get out of
Carly,
here?
be awesome, baby.
Man, good luck to everybody cooking this weekend. And
Absolutely.
Good luck
Get
to
him,
you
Bill.
guys.
Number 7.
So you guys, Bill, you got to get that ball of Jack Daniels. You got to get it in your trailer. When number 7 happens, you gotta hold it up because everyone know what's going on after that.
there you go.
Rocket.
It's on my list, Aaron.
As Aaron Leslie would say, it takes Jim Beam to get to the Jack.
There you go.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little after show.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And thank you guys for tuning in. For Aaron, Chuck and Vanessa, and Carly, Joey Smith, from Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation, newest sponsor of the So Smoking Gooder Show. And we unveiled the Texas Chrome Heroes Foundation Veteran Spotlight. That was really, really cool.
I love
James
that.
Dotson, first time on the show, but it's not really on the show yet. We'll get him back on. Bill Purvis. Man, we were all mark safe from watching a Bill Purvis video today. But I love the guy. He's killing it right now. And
No, Bill and I had a date at HEB. It was fun.
Bill is killing it right now. And how about Miss Belle Clark, one of the co-hosts of the So Smoke Gooder Show? Miss Belle tuning in or checking in right now. So and we cannot forget our producer Ty. Everybody give some love to producer Ty.
The Bill Purvis.
Way to go,
Ty's
Ty.
the Bill Purvis of producing. man.
IT, all of it. He
Hey,
can do
real
all
quick.
of it.
Oh, yeah.
Who's cooking at Cedar Fest, KCBS, coming up next weekend?
We're going
Well,
to
you
miss
know,
it.
they did call me back today. They called me last week. They called me back today. I was like, well, I told you last week, but I think I might have changed my mind because a good friend of mine said, oh, good, you're not going. And so I was like, oh, yeah? Okay, well, okay. And I thought about it. I slept on it. And I thought, you know what? I don't like the way Bill Purvis said that the other day. I think I might just save me a spot.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Yeah,
All right.
We'll be engaged, Bill.
All right, good night, y'all.
I'll see y'all there.
Good night, everybody.
See you guys.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Rob. Had a good time.
I don't know how to get out of this thing. I don't know where Ty is.
Don't get out yet.
God damn, Rob, I got shit to do.
End of broadcast.